Last night we preached on waiting on God. I want to repeat it. Waiting on God, kavar, the Hebrew word for a cord twisted. You think of a relationship and the relationship with the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And waiting is an anticipation in the relationship. It's not necessarily action. It's anticipation. It's relating and trusting in the nature and the character that you learn about God. We learn about Him. And we trust Him. He wants us to wait on Him. Psalm 27:14, Psalm 25, Psalm 123, verse 2, as a maiden waits on her mistress. I think of a butler waiting upon his master. When we think of prayer, sometimes we think of just asking, requesting, and yes, that's definitely Mark 7:26 with the Syrophoenician woman. But behind her asking is trusting in His character, and when His words actually provoked her by calling her a dog. She said, even the dogs eat the crumbs from the table. The table set for the Jews, and the dogs, the Gentiles, eating the crumbs from the table. That was okay for her because she understood the character of Christ, that she knew He could heal her daughter. And she could powerfully argue her case by agreeing with Him and then just challenging Him and saying, I know you can do this. All right, so waiting on God. Do not collapse in unbelief. Do not go away in self-pity. Do not live in condemnation. But accept yourself as a dog. And then build from there. Build from, okay, that's that. But you can feed me the crumbs. Yeah. But I can trust in you. But you will answer me. You will help me. Whether it takes years, decades, months, weeks, minutes, seconds, is something in His hand. But we are in this world somewhere between like being finished, we just started, we are made in His image, and we are being used, and our faith is important, our relationship with God, where we are anticipating His goodness. Remember His goodness. Remember we came out of Egypt. Remember we were slaves to sin. Remember that we lived in fear. Remember we had no covenant, Ephesians 2:12. Remember we had no covenant and no knowledge of God. But now we have. Hosea 4:6, 1 Corinthians 15. I speak this to your shame. You have not the knowledge of God. But Philippians 1:9 and 10, Colossians 1:9 and 10. We are learning and growing and increasing in the knowledge of God. Okay, so wait on the Lord is a type of prayer. It's an attitude. So don't beat yourself up when you think of, don't pray enough or you're not. No, rather you realize that you have a faith in the nature and the character of God. God bless you. Awesome.